What's up, guys? Welcome to today's show. Inter Milan through to the Champions League final for the first time since 2010. Fantastic. That Mourinho team, that fantastic team that beat Barcelona over two legs in the semi-finals and beat Bayern Munich in the final. This Inter Milan team has managed to emulate them and get to the final of the Champions League. Can they go all the way and emulate them and win the whole competition? I believe they can. Beating AC Milan comfortably yesterday. Lautaro Martinez with the only goal of the night, and Lukaku coming on as he always does and making an impact with the assist. Fantastic. AC Milan did give it a go. They were quite, they were up for it. They had energy. They tried their best. They had their talisman Leao back, but big up to Dumfries, one of the best right backs in the world. He managed to keep Rafael Leao fairly quiet throughout the whole game, and Dumfries was one of the standout performers in that game last night. Lautaro Martinez was fantastic, the captain leading from the front, and Lukaku coming on was absolutely superb. And big up to Lukaku, because after the World Cup, the disappointment with Belgium and also the injuries, the problems he's had this season, he's had injuries. He tried to rush back from that injury. I think it was a hamstring to play in the World Cup. He wasn't fit at the World Cup. Belgium got knocked out. He took a lot of abuse. By all accounts, he was in a dark place. It was a difficult time for him. He came back from the injury. Eventually, with Inter Milan, he actually got fit. And he's been fantastic since he's been fit. You know, Inzaghi tends to do a rotation system in which he rotates certain players in certain games, and that seems to be working very well for Inter Milan, because all the players know the job they have to do and they're all going in the same direction, so the rotation system works really well. And I'm a fan of rotating. I'm not a fan of playing the same players week in, week out. I'm a fan of rotating, and football's a team sport. Every player should be going in the right direction. Ego should be taken out of it. And that's to win trophies and to win competitions and to be competing at the highest level. And that's what Inter Milan are doing with Inzaghi's system. Also, big up to Inter Milan, because they're one of the few top teams in Europe that play two strikers and play a two-striker system, and I'm a massive fan of playing two strikers. I know Unai Emery does it. He's done it at Arsenal, and he's done it throughout his managerial career, and he's doing it at Villa. And big up to Inter Milan and Inzaghi for playing that way. You know, two strikers is exciting. The link-up play, it's old school, and I like it. So big up to Inter Milan. Unlucky AC Milan. The scenes in the San Siro were epic. The atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. I was enjoying watching it, watching Henri, Cara, and Maka Richards doing the punditry, and the atmosphere just looked absolutely fantastic at the San Siro. So big up to Inter Milan. As you guys know, because of the Nigerian links, Taribo West playing for them, Kanu playing for them, and the best player of all time, R9, Ronaldo Nazario, playing for them back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I love Inter Milan. I love that football club. It is my Italian team that I follow the most, so I really want them to win the Champions League, and I believe they will beat Real Madrid or Manchester City in the final, in a one-off game. I think they are capable of doing it. They play a low block. They play the counter-attacking style with that low block. They're hard to break down. They've got a very, very good defence. They've got a world-class goalkeeper in Onana, who Arsenal could have got, but unfortunately we didn't. We got Ramsdale instead, but I believe Onana is a level above Ramsdale. Onana is truly world-class. Some of the saves he pulled off yesterday were absolute worldies. He's fantastic with the ball at his feet, and he's just a commanding goalkeeper with all the right attributes for the modern day game. So big up to Inter Milan. They're going to Istanbul for the final. Tonight's game, Manchester City versus Real Madrid at the Etihad. Like I said, I think that Real Madrid are going to win this game. I think they're going to beat City over two legs. I could be wrong, but I do believe they have the quality to do it and the players to do it, the big game players, the Ballon d'Or winners, the World Cup winners, the legendary icon players. I believe they are going to do it. At the end of the day, if Real Madrid go behind, they will not panic. If City go behind, maybe doubts will start creeping in. We don't know the sort of system that Real Madrid are going to play. We pretty much know that City will play the same way they always do, but how Real Madrid are going to set up, we don't know. Apparently, Ancelotti said Rudiger will definitely play, so does that mean that Militao's going to come next to him and Alaba's going to play on the left? Probably. That's what I think he's going to do. I think he's going to have a back four of Carvajal, Rudiger, Militao and Alaba. Well, does that mean that Camavinga's going to come into midfield, or is he going to trust Valverde, Kroos and Modric? It's going to be very interesting to see how Carlo Ancelotti approaches this game tonight. It's going to be epic, but I do think that Real Madrid will win, and I think that Benzema is going to have a lot to say in this game. He's a fantastic player, he's a big game player, and he always turns up for these big moments. So let's tune in for today's game, tonight's game, and tomorrow I will analyse it and review it as always in tomorrow's video. We've got some quick transfer news. Apparently Arsenal are set to put in a £90 million bid for Declan Rice, offering him 300 grand a week. You know, if we get Declan Rice, I would be happy. But, you know, with the news that Xhaka is leaving, you know, his time is probably up at Arsenal. So if he's going to leave, we need another midfielder as well. And we need a quality one, not just someone to wear the shirt. We need someone of a high level. So if we get Declan Rice, happy days. If Xhaka leaves, we need Caicedo. Not going to be happy if it's not a midfielder of that same standard. But, you know, on Xhaka leaving, he's been a good servant to Arsenal. He's a good player, but he's not the top level of midfielder like a De Bruyne, like a Gundogan, like a Bernardo Silva. That's the sort of level we need if we're going to compete with City next season, because this league, the English league, is in danger of becoming a bit like the French league, a bit like the German league, with one team dominating it. And they are the best team. They're very well motivated. They've got the best players, they've got the best coach, but Arsenal and the other teams need to do their best to bridge the gap and compete with City. So Declan Rice to Arsenal would be great. If Xhaka goes, Caicedo is a must. And we need a striker. I'm not convinced Gabriel Jesus can spearhead an Arsenal attack. He's a false number 9, similar profile to Roberto Firmino. We need a Victor Osimhen. I will keep crying that out on my channel. We need a Victor Osimhen. We need a Victor Osimhen, not an Ivan Toney. No, sorry. We need a Victor Osimhen. It doesn't matter how much he costs. This is the sort of striker Arsenal need. This is the sort of striker we as fans deserve, a Victor Osimhen. So yeah, the only concrete transfer news that I've heard so far is that Declan Rice to Arsenal. Arsenal £90 million bid pending, and personal terms 300 grand a week. Pretty much agreed. So we're going to see how this goes. Manchester United, the Sheikh has put in another bid. He is really trying to get that club. It'll be great for Manchester United if he manages to buy the club. He wants 100% ownership. He's going to wipe out all the debts, and Manchester United will have unlimited funds. Apparently there's a lot of rumours of Manchester United transfers that I will cover in another show. But you know, the Sheikh that is trying to buy Manchester United, he's really pushing for it, putting in bid after bid. So it's going to be very interesting to see if the Glazers are going to sell. So let's keep an eye out for that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for today's show. Please leave a comment. I really like you guys to tell me what you think about the show and tell me your thoughts of all the things that I discussed on these shows. Please smash the like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Peace out.